welcome to Elevate Your Mind with Ale. Today we'll be talking about the new moon in Taurus and what you should consider doing on this new moon. The new moon in Taurus happens between late April and late May, and I have for you 5 things that you should consider doing. The number 1 is to make a financial plan. One of the most obvious and perhaps helpful things to do at the time of the new moon in Taurus is to take a long, hard look at your financial situation. That means cash, property, possessions. These are going to be the focus at this time of the year. So money is really not a dirty word unless you make it one. For a lot of people, money is a very tricky subject. It doesn't have to be a very tricky subject or a very taboo subject for that matter. So have a think about where you stand financially right now versus where you would like to be by the end of the year. Can you increase the amount of money that you set aside as savings each week? Ask yourself that. Make a little plan. The number 2 is to love yourself. One of the biggest issues to work on around this time is your self-worth. Think about what you value in yourself and what you value at large. If you don't value yourself, it stands to reason that other people are unlikely to do so either. And it shows whenever you don't love yourself. It shows by the way that you act, by the actions that you take, by the things that you do. So take a stand and love yourself. Make a list of the top 5 things you value most. Are you living your life in a way that allows you to focus on these things? And if not, what can you do about it? And you can't say nothing. That is something that you cannot write down or even think about. There is always a way to do something about it. Now, the third thing is be sensual. This is also a wonderful time to relax, if you can, of course. Taurus may be a charging bull at times, but the energy equally relates to the contented bull in the field, chewing the curd and enjoying the warm sun on its back. Use this new moon in Taurus to take a look around your life. Ask yourself, what would make my life better? Can you find a way to allow some creature comforts into your life? The Taurus new moon is also sensual, so use this moon to titillate yourself and your senses. Have a massage, eat well, sleep late. Taurus is about feeling good in your body. It's about delicious physical pleasures and sensations, including taste, touch, and smell. In other words, enjoy a little bit of laid back and pleasure. Number 4 is character check. Are you being too stubborn or too lazy? These are very reasonable questions to ask once a year in the new moon that is often stubborn and lazy Taurus. It is a wonderful time to do it. Or perhaps you aren't being lazy enough. So maybe you should take a day or 2 to be lazy. If you're being too lazy every day, all the time, obviously that is not good. You always have to do everything in moderation. You can't have too much laziness and too much of not having laziness. If you always focused, always and go, take a day or 2 and just relax and take it easy that day. Number 5 is persevere. The flip side of point 4 is that even though the Taurus energy can be a tad indolent, and remember, we all have Taurus in our chart somewhere, so just keep in mind of that. It's also patient and earthy. Whatever you're working out right now, be it in your personal or professional life, this new moon comes as a sign to you to wind things down a little and to move slowly and surely towards your goals. Perseverance is the name of the game this month. Be dependable too. So one of the things that people love about astrology is that it can help you predict the future. And that is possible to do that with the new moon and following the new moon. And just by looking at which house the new moon falls in, you're able to detect what you should focus on. So for you, if you are a Pisces Rising, you need to focus on your 3rd house. And the third house is where you keep your communication skills, and it's all about short trips, siblings, and your neighbors. It is also known as your communication zone. So, on the new moon in Taurus and for the following 4 weeks, you should consider focusing on communication, listening, talking, and that also includes your communication skills and spending some time with your siblings, if you have them, of course. You can expect a very busy month, and if you like to do wishes on the new moon, I suggest you wish for the ability to express yourself clearly and to get your message across perfectly and clearly. Visualize hugging someone, knowing that you've made your point across with a loving expression and a loving way. The idea that you should keep in mind is that you should ask yourself, are you speaking your truth? And if you aren't speaking your truth, why are you covering it up? Why are you making up lies? Why are you making up excuses? Explore the idea this month and be very honest with yourself and with others. And by being honest, I don't mean be cruel and mean. You can be honest in a kind and loving way. It's very important to be able to express yourself. So it's time to brush up on your powers of communication. How well are you doing at getting your message across? Ask yourself, if you want something that someone else is in position to give you, do you feel confident about asking for it? Whether that is in a conversation, through an email, on a phone call, face to face. It is very important to express yourself and your desires clearly and not to expect others to know you well enough to second guess you. This new moon in Taurus offers you the chance to start again when it comes to written and spoken communication. It can also signal the start of a very busy time with lots of quick, short trips and possibly more time to spend with your siblings. Now, if you meditate, which is amazing if you do, I want you to recite this sentence before your regular meditation, and that is, I read, listen, and learn, and I breathe deeply when I am stressed. You can use this to help yourself calm down and really focus, really listen, and really be in the moment to read, to listen, and to learn. And a ritual that I suggest you try this new moon in Taurus is to chant the mantra hum. If you are into mantras, this is perfect, and if you've never tried them, this is a perfect time for you to give it a try. This is going to boost your throat chakra and help you with those communication skills. Now, some things that I consider you try if you haven't done this already is to do a public speaking course to help you out. Read those books you've been meaning to read. Take short trips. Hang out with your siblings. Study a foreign language. And whenever you are with others, truly, truly listen to them. Be there listening to them. Don't just doze off into la la land or into your own worries. Be there in the moment listening. And if you've been meaning to write a letter to someone, whether that is professionally or in a loving way, now is the time. Whether it's a written letter or an email or a text, go ahead and do it. This is your sign to do it. Now, I have for you 3 affirmations that you can do on the night of the new moon in Taurus, and honestly for the following 4 weeks, so you can really absorb into this energy. And that is, I am expressing myself clearly, kindly, and fearlessly. I listen as much as I speak. My relationship with my siblings and or my neighbors gets better and better. Now, if you are into essential oils, I suggest you try bergamot. This is a very useful oil to help you with the wheels of communication. You can use this oil on the new moon in Taurus and for the following 4 weeks in your bath, in your burner, and honestly, even on your body. And like I had mentioned about the mantra Hum is the perfect mantra for you to try this month. You can chant it out loud. You can do it silently every day while you're in the shower, before or after you meditate, or any time that feels just right for you. This is going to help you boost the chakra of the month. Like I had mentioned, the chakra for you to work on this month is your throat chakra. This month, by visualizing a spinning sky blue light at the base of your throat, we all need to express ourselves clearly if we want to create our lives as we dream of them. So expression and this chakra are closely tied together when it comes to manifesting. Your word is your wand. This is the chakra from which you express your will, and your will affects your life. How strong is your will? So work on your throat chakra this month and see how you blossom. Now, the last thing that I want to tell you is to take a look at the law of action. What happens if you have lots of hopes and dreams, but you do nothing? What do you think happens? Most likely nothing, right? The universal law of action must be activated in order for us to manifest the life we are dreaming of here on Earth. Are you taking action? What can you do to move closer to your dreams? Communication, listening, reading is very, very important. It's a very important part of your manifestation. It's a very important part of you getting your dreams across and accomplished. If you don't take no action, you won't receive what you want. So take action. And that is it for you if you are a Pisces rising. I hope this video is very informative for you. If you liked it, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.